Number 1 for the best iPhone 15 accessories is the first thing that most people do, and that is slapping on a case. But the case is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to accessorizing your iPhone. Now, the case that I've used for the past 3 years plus has always been from a company called Magback. Now, they do a great job at protecting my case from scuffs and drops from fairly reasonable heights. They also have a raised lip around the edges to protect your screen. The buttons are still nice and clicky on the side, but the party trick with these Magback cases, which is the reason why I've come to love them so much over the years, is that they have a genuinely useful feature of having ultra strong MagSafe compatible magnets in the back, which are so strong you can literally stick this case to any metal surface. In the gym to keep the phone in front of me, at home I can stick it to the fridge or the microwave to watch a video, or when I'm out and about to snap a family selfie without having to ask someone to hold it for you. So this kind of once party trick feature is actually genuinely useful. They feel similar to Apple's silicone cases, which also makes them grippy, stops them sliding off from the couch, or it's actually a sofa, but for those picky people. But as someone who has put literally years into using these cases, I bought them for every single phone that I've ever really owned that they sell them for, so I absolutely do love them. And they do age very, very well, though I would say I prefer the non-clear cases because they don't show up the wear and tear a bit more than the clear cases do. And this year, I actually nagged Magback to sponsor this video, which they kindly agreed to, so if you use the link down below, you can get a 15% discount with this coupon code, PN15, so be sure to grab that discount, and a huge thank you for them sponsoring this video. Now, the biggest threat to your phone isn't dropping it or losing it, or even your children's jam-covered fingers smearing all over it. No, it is this tiny button here, which no matter how careful I am, I always manage to scratch my screen. I mean, what's the point of that sodding little button anyway? So for a screen protector this year, I'd highly recommend this one from Spigen? Not quite sure how you say it, but it's always been a firm favorite. It is affordable, it does a fantastic job, and it's also easy to apply, has a great feel to the glass that's not any different to the feel without one, and whilst it also provides edge-to-edge protection for your phone, regardless of which phone model you go for. Next up, we have the all-new, exciting, and groundbreaking USB-C charging this year across all models. So my new favorite charger is this mouse charging station, which actually provides quite a few options. Now, first of all, you get a 65-watt USB-C power adapter in the box, which connects to this dual charging station with one MagSafe charger that's up to 15 watts and a second Qi-compatible charger that can charge another device like your AirPods or even another phone. Now, this is what I like about this one in particular. There's two things here. Now, number one, there is a 17-watt USB-C out on the back of this, so if you have something that needs charging with a wire, like my headphones, which don't wirelessly charge, then you can do that too. And then number two, you can also magnetically attach an Apple Watch charger, which just attaches on the side, and you can then stand the charger up, which then charges like your Watch Ultra or Apple Watch Series 9 or any Apple Watch. Now, I've actually got one of these triple chargers on my desk, so I can charge my iPhone, my Android phone, and also my Apple Watch Ultra all at the same time, whilst also charging a couple of my fitness accessories which charge over USB-C, all from a single charger, all from a single plug. It's just so simple, and it works great. Quick shout out though, if you want to benefit from the new nightstand mode when charging your iPhone, then I'll link down below to my favorite charger from Banks, which will do that for you, and also has another spot underneath to charge another device, mobile phone, headphones, something along those lines. Now, as far as the car charger goes, Magback have this really nice looking charger for my Tesla, which sticks to the side of the screen to wirelessly charge my phone. Now, it's a MagSafe charger, so any iPhone will stick to the charger, and it still sticks pretty well, but if you have a Magback case, then it sticks like super glue. And if you're launching your car, then yeah, there's no chance that this thing is going to fly off. But if there's one accessory that really stands out in all of these accessories, it is this one. It's by Aohi, and it is so pretty. And there is a lot going on here, so let me just walk you through this. So everything you see here is capable of 240 watts and USB 3.1, so it is suitable for everything from your iPhone right down to your MacBook Pro. Now, in the box, you get a 0.1 meter USB-C to USB-C cable. There is also a 0.1 meter USB-C to Lightning cables, which can be useful if you still have any Lightning accessories or friends that have iPhones or older iPhones. And then we have a couple of extension cables. There is a 3-foot USB-C to female USB-C, and also this coiled cable, which extends up to 6 feet. And if you really wanted to, you can join all of these things together for a maximum of 8.5 foot or 2.6 meters. Now, they're in this awesome, really bright and awesome bright yellow color, so you're never going to wonder where your phone cable is amongst like the other cables in your your house, and they are now pretty much the only cable that I need to carry with me now to finally charge all of my devices, because finally we are powering our iPhone by USB-C. But that is only part of the puzzle, because there are more accessories beyond these which really make a difference in your iPhone experience. Now, firstly, I've never been a fan of the Apple Wallet, since you can only carry 3 cards at most. But for those of you who are interested in MagBack with those super strong magnetic cases, well, they also make some super strong magnetic wallets, and these fit way more cards than Apple's own wallet does. I think we've got, how many we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have 8 cards in this wallet versus the maximum of 3 in the Apple Wallet. Now, these are made of proper leather, so over time they will stretch and expand and will fit more cards in, but in the early days you might have a bit of a struggle trying to get 8 or 9 cards in, but this, I've used it for, again, maybe another year or so. They also have a finger loop in the back, which makes it really easy to hold and grip onto your phone, and the magnets in this are so strong that you can literally flip your phone around like this and it won't come apart, which is crazy. And as an added bonus, it also does this. Now, one upgrade with this year's iPhone 15, which I'm all over, is their camera upgrades. And an accessory that I really want but can't show you today, so I'm going to show you what I can, is from Polar Pro. They've got a really interesting product coming out that lets you use a ton of different camera filters, and that includes, these filters that actually fit onto proper, big DSLR cameras, mirrorless cameras. So if you are a photographer and have a ton of them already for your big cameras, you'll be able to attach these to your iPhone to really kick the new cameras up a notch. A new accessory for the Pro iPhones this year is being able to hook up to an external SSD and record video straight to here. And for this, I would highly recommend one of these, the Samsung T7 SSD drives. They're super small, super light, they're really fast with USB 3.2, and you can get them in either 500 gig, 1 terabyte, or 2 terabyte sizes, which should last you when you shoot like ProRes RAW on the iPhone 15 or 15 Pro Max. Speaking of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, this year gaming was a focus for them, as currently there are 3 or 4 AAA games which are coming to the iPhone. There's Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village, Assassin's Creed, and Death Stranding. But if you want to get the most out of these games, then get yourselves one of the new Backbone controllers with USB-C Type-C, too many C's, which allows you to play these games with a much more familiar grip. But also the Backbone opens up the ability to stream games from the cloud to your phone, so Xbox Game Pass, and you can even remote play from your PS5 or Xbox to your phone, assuming you have a good enough Wi-Fi or 5G connection, of course. Now, they make them in black with Xbox buttons or white with PS5 buttons, so you can choose whichever you prefer. But in terms of all the other gaming controllers out there, the Backbone, whilst it is more expensive than the other iPhone controllers, has stood the test of time as one of the very best. Over to fitness now, and honestly, any of the Apple Watches are a great choice, but if you really want to get into your fitness, then I'd definitely check out Garmin for their range of watches. Now, I tried the Fenix 7 recently, which was a great fitness watch, and they recently released the Epix Pro 2 with an AMOLED display, but for me, I'm sticking with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 as the best all-round fitness and smartwatch. Now, I've been using a few other kind of health and fitness products over the past few years or so, and in my eyes, they are a must-have if fitness is something you are interested in. There is the Ultrahuman Air, which is a ring that tracks your heart rate, skin temperature, resting heart rate variability, and how you sleep. All super interesting stuff to me. Now, I do also wear an Oura ring, which is great, but it does have an ongoing subscription fee, which the Ultrahuman ring doesn't, when they both do pretty much the same thing. So for now, I'd always recommend the Ultrahuman over the Oura. And recently, I've become a little bit obsessed with just tracking everything. I've been using their M1 continuous glucose monitor, which is a patch that sticks onto your arm and then talks to your phone via Bluetooth, which then tracks your glucose levels throughout the day. So I can hopelessly watch as the chocolate biscuits and shortbread and ice cream do their damage. And the last fitness gadget I'll mention is the Whoop, which is the reason why my comment section is just littered with the, oh, why are you wearing 2 watches? And I'm not. It is just yet another health tracker, and it's a pretty good one for sure. Like, especially if you don't like the idea of having a smartwatch feature, on your wrist. It can track my workouts and many other similar things that like the Auras and the Ultrahuman devices can do. But the one standout feature for me with the Whoop is the daily diary feature, where it asks you what happened yesterday and how you feel. And over time, it builds up this knowledge base, and you can see the trends of perhaps when you eat close to bedtime, then you get a really rubbish night's sleep, or perhaps doing certain things, maybe in the evening, might cause my overall performance to decrease. And it gives you a pretty huge report every single month that you can just scroll through to learn more about your body and what affects it. But part 3 in this puzzle of tricking your iPhone out with accessories is by far the most fun part. Starting off with these cute little 65-watt robot chargers from Gravistar, which certainly are some of the most unique looking charging bricks that I've ever seen before. You get 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port, and you get them in various colors and with either a US or UK or EU plug on them. Now, they might not be up your alley, of course, but when I show these around, a few of my friends mentioned how cool they look. So here you are. If you want something unique looking, then this is probably as unique as you can get. But next up in the weird iPhone accessories are these. Now, no, they are not sunglasses or even smart glasses technically, but they are the Viture extended reality glasses. And these connect to your phone via a simple USB-C connection, thank you Apple, and will project your iPhone screen onto the glasses. Now, I tried these whilst walking and it was quite cool to use like navigation to see where I was going whilst being able to look around and talk with somebody. You could also use these whilst driving, though I'm not really sure if that would be legal. I don't think it's legal, but you can tap a button to immediately darken the glasses to make what you're watching more immersive, and you can also brighten or dim your iPhone screen so you can barely see the screen if you did want to see through. Now, you can connect these into other devices too, laptops. Android phones can also use Samsung DeX on them, which is pretty awesome. Even your Xbox or your PlayStation. Now, I did a full review of these recently if you want to check them out in more detail, but yeah, as far as weird and slightly cool iPhone accessories, these are definitely up there. So hopefully I will see you in that video. Otherwise, here's a video which YouTube thinks you like. Let's see if they're right.